one of the most fulfilling things you could ever do is figure out who it is you really are and what your purpose is. And going a step beyond that, knowing what your purpose is to such a degree that you start taking different action naturally in your day-to-day. The action that you take differently is ultimately because you are more in alignment with your purpose and you start operating from that purpose. And you allow that purpose to be your compass. Taking the necessary time and actually figuring out who it is you are at your core, figuring out what you love, figuring out what you really want to do with your life, figuring out who it is you want to be, figuring out your standards, your values, figuring out what kind of contributions you want to make, what you actually want to do with your life, and what kind of relationships you want to have. These are some of the most important questions you could ever ask yourself. And for some reason, I feel like most people don't ask themselves these questions. Whether it's society or the people close to them, they may tell them that they have a certain role that they need to fit into, and they go throughout their entire life in that mold, and they don't go within and really figure out what it is they want to do. And being open, being honest, and being completely transparent with yourself is, I think, the key to not only unlocking higher levels of self-awareness, but really blossoming and breaking free and ultimately experiencing the kind of experiences that you want. Having an idea and getting clear about what it is you want to manifest or experience, that comes secondary to figuring out what your purpose is, what your vision is, and actually operating from that purpose. Of course, you can manifest whenever. We've been doing it our entire lives, but having a purpose, knowing who it is you are at your core, that should be fundamental and foundational, because the things that you manifest, you're going to enjoy much more, and they're going to be more in alignment with who it is you really are and what it is you want to become once you have a North Star, for example. And like I said, most people, simply put, are not familiar with themselves. You are with yourself all the time. You're with yourself 24/7, 365. So investing in a better relationship with yourself and getting to know yourself more is one of the most worthwhile things you could ever do. It's one of the most fulfilling pursuits you could ever do. And we're always growing and we're always changing, ideally. And from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, we are growing, evolving, changing, learning. So knowing yourself, being in the process of getting more familiar with yourself is an ongoing thing. That should be fun. That should be exciting. You should want to do that because it's an ongoing process. It's something that you're really going to participate in forever. And let me ask you, how do you expect to achieve the kind of success that you want to achieve, or the kind of success that you see for yourself, if you haven't actually figured out who it is you are at your core? It's important to have a vision or a mission or a purpose in life. And this vision should ultimately drive you every day to make an impact on the world for the better. It should encourage you to become a better version of yourself. And in order to ultimately fully realize this vision, it should require you to grow. I think it's important to note that everything innately in nature has a purpose. It is there for a reason, and you do as well. So if you're someone who's struggling to find purpose, or you feel like you're lacking in purpose in some regard, know that you have a purpose. You are here for a reason, and you have a special contribution to make. But appreciate where you are in your journey right now, and take a moment to express gratitude for everything that you've experienced for the places that you are in right now. It's all part of your story. It's all part of your journey, and there's valuable lessons to gain from everything. Appreciate it, show love to it all. It's all there for your betterment and overall self-discovery. Take the lessons you're meant to take from every single experience, for it all accounts for who you are, like I said, and who you will continue to become. People think of purpose as some massive thing, some grand thing, and it takes a lifetime to figure out, and they have to go through a bunch of different experiences to figure out what their purpose is, and it's really not like that. I think drawing on Eckhart Tolle and his foundations in presence, in the present moment, purpose is really divided into two things, which is inner and outer purpose. Inner purpose is relating back to the present moment and stillness itself. And you fulfill your inner purpose when you connect more deeply with whatever it is you're doing in the present moment. By being more present in the here and now, you fulfill your inner purpose. Inner purpose is about being rather than doing. It's about being here and now and focusing on being rather than action, rather than doing, rather than pursuit. It involves awareness and mindfulness in all aspects of our lives by being more centered in everything that we do. Now, outer purpose is what most people think of when they think of their purpose or their calling in life. And you connect more deeply to your outer purpose when you connect more deeply with your inner purpose. So, by being more present in whatever it is you are currently doing right here, right now, you are getting closer to knowing what your outer purpose is or your calling. Outer purpose refers to the specific goals and aspirations that we pursue externally, whether it's a career path or a creative endeavor, whatever it is, a personal project, it doesn't matter. It's what most people refer to as our calling, and while outer purpose can provide a sense of direction in our life, it is secondary to our inner purpose, which is connecting more deeply to the present moment and whatever it is we are doing right here, right now. When you can get present and focus on whatever it is you're doing right here, right now, and you allow yourself to be centered in the moment, you tune in to the ability to listen to your intuition, and your intuition will guide you towards the best and most natural action for you to take to get you to where you want to go. And it'll feel like a natural extension of you. You will be guided, in a sense, to take the correct action to get you to those places and to really reveal what your outer purpose or your calling is in life. But that intuition is only going to be accessible once you get present, once you get centered, and once you allow yourself to get rid of the constant stream of thinking and thoughts and your conceptual mind. You need to be present and allow that intuition to be exposed. By connecting to our inner purpose and staying true to our inner purpose, we can find this greater sense of fulfillment and meaning in the things that we do externally, in our outer pursuits, while also remaining grounded and centered in the present moment. So before thinking about manifesting your desires, or manifesting X, Y, and Z, get to know yourself. What is your purpose? Connect more deeply to your inner purpose. Figure out who it is you are at your core. What kind of contributions do you want to make? Who are you? What do you want to do with your life? Who do you want to be? Set a list of standards, of values in your life, and start working towards that every single day by growing and becoming a better individual. And you will see how your outer purpose just naturally unfolds once you connect more deeply with your inner purpose. And you start fulfilling your inner purpose more on a day-to-day basis by practicing things like meditation and getting just present right here, right now. Ask yourself those important questions. Get to know yourself more and figure out who it is you really are at your core. Because only then are you truly going to be able to manifest with intent and start operating from that purpose, being in alignment with your purpose, and carrying yourself in a way that is in alignment with your values and standards. We can gain this level of fulfillment within, and it's easier for us to access that level of fulfillment within when we are present and when we're focusing on the present moment. In addition to that, we have access to those higher levels of fulfillment in the present moment when we know who it is we are and when we're operating from our purpose. So it all relates back to each other. If you want to feel the fulfillment of the good that you desire right now, it's going to be a lot easier for you to do that when you are present. It's going to be a lot easier for you to do that when you are in alignment with who it is you actually are and you're operating from your purpose. So lay the foundation. Get clear on who it is you really are. Get clear on who it is you want to continue to grow into, and start to operate from purpose.